and welcome to Lunch Lessons with the Guru. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the holiday season. Have you ever noticed how people start talking about how busy they are right around the holidays? How it feels like there's never enough time to get things done, and the new year feels like it's looming and there's so much that has to be done before it gets here. Well, this is common for most of us, this feeling of being too busy, having too much to do, and there never being enough time. But it doesn't just affect us in our personal life. It can also affect our practices and carry over into patient care. When patients begin to feel that pressure around the holidays, they want to decrease their visits, and they often throw out excuses for why they can't schedule, or they may want to cancel same day at the last minute. And having to deal with more excuses and possibly feeling that stress and overwhelm themselves, our front office team members start to go along with the patient excuses for why they can't get in for care. You know, we have a policy in our clinic that we established about 8 or 9 years ago. Visits per week should never decrease around the holiday season. In fact, the goal is that we continue to expand well into the new year. But how do you prevent common patient objections around the holidays, right? We all feel the busyness. We all feel the pressure. Well, first you need to understand that as a patient's perception of busyness increases, they feel all 168 hours of a week crush in on them, and it feels like it's crushing down. They literally feel the pressure of their busy schedule, and it makes them feel like they can't take on anything else in their lives. Maybe this is real to you. I know at times it can be real to me around the holiday season. So what's the first thing that people tend to cut out when they feel that overwhelm or that busyness? Well, it's self-care. And as practitioners, you and I both know that's actually the worst thing that anybody can drop out when they're feeling stressed and pressure. Since we all really want our patients to reach recovery, each member of the team needs to realize that we can't allow it to be okay for a patient to stop coming or decrease care just because of the holidays or that feeling of being too busy. Because when that happens, when a patient pauses or decreases care, that alone is enough to make them go MIA, and that leads to them dropping out and an increase in unsuccessful discharges. And at that point, there's no chance that patient is going to recover. But along with understanding why this happens and being able to recognize that it's happening while they're scheduling or handling a patient, you want your front office team to understand how to handle it to prevent scheduling roadblocks or to prevent those same-day cancellations from happening. And you want it to happen now all the way into the new year so that you keep your patient base up, so that you're actually helping patients get the care they need, even through the stress of the holiday season. So it's actually really simple. It's a script I came up with a few years ago for one of the practices I work with out in the Midwest, and it goes something like this. As they're scheduling out the patient over the next several weeks, make sure that your patient care coordinators know how to recognize and handle patients who are feeling the holiday pressure or the strain or the added busyness. When they recognize that a patient is feeling a sense of overwhelm, instead of going along with it, instead of allowing them to decrease care during the holiday season, they just need to use this simple script to help the patient find just 1 hour. And it goes like this. I'm talking to the patient and they say to me something like, you know what, I'm really busy right now. I don't think I can fit one more thing into my life. Sound familiar? So the response from the patient care coordinator is, I understand. You're feeling a bit busy and overwhelmed. Okay, that's meant to de-escalate the patient. When you use the words, I understand, you're starting to build agreement. And the goal here is to build agreement with your patient so they're willing to work with you. So you simply say, I understand. You're feeling a bit busy and overwhelmed. Next, the patient care coordinator has to handle the patient using the following script. Let's do this. Let's find just 1 hour next week where we can get you in for the care that you need and deserve in order to recover. I have Monday at 10 o'clock or 2 o'clock. It really is as simple as that, because what you're doing when you talk about that 1 hour is you're taking away the other 167 hours in the week. You're taking that big schedule that they're trying to look at in their head and you're weaning it down into just 1 hour. And most people can find just 1 hour. Now, once you have the patient's agreement for just that 1 hour, the patient care coordinator needs to find just 1 more hour, because remember, we need them keeping that standard plan of care. So whether they're supposed to be in once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, we need to get them in for their actual plan of care. So once I get it once, I'm going to be like, okay, let's find just 1 more hour later in the week. I have Thursday at 10 o'clock or 4 o'clock. Now we're working with the patient. Now they're more willing to agree. Okay, I hope you really liked this lunch lesson. I hope you got something out of it. You can follow my page for more lunch lessons with the Guru, or you can take it one step further. And you can check out my newest training. I created the Fix Your Front Desk Online Academy to provide practices like yours with consistent front desk training and systems so you can train and retrain your front desk staff year after year so that you can start to get consistent results. The link for more information is below. Take a moment and check it out, and I hope that you and your team join my Fix Your Front Desk family. I also wish you a very wonderful holiday season, and I hope this scripting helps you as you move along.